Hello, this is Mr. Holmberg at Corvallis Middle School, and I'm going to be showing how to find volume with rectangular prisms. This is going to be one of a four-part little video set on my website. So the first part of this homework assignment students are going to be seeing, and what we've been practicing in class, is finding volume when you are using cubes to imagine that three-dimensional space. So I have a model here of a rectangular prism. I said cube, but they're cubic in the sense that they have three sides to, or three dimensions to them, and six sides like a cube, six faces like a cube, that is. But they're actually rectangular prism because they're not cubic in this case. So it's not 3 by 3 by 3. It's 4 units along this side by 3 units along this side by 3 units along this side. So one common mistake that sometimes students have when they very first look at volume of a rectangular prism like this is that they see only the cubes that they can see with their eye, and they count those. So on the top here, if I have 4 going this way and I have 3 rows of those 4, then they say, well, that's 12 sitting up on this top layer of like this building. And then I can see that on this side I have, that's 12, I have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I know I can't count it on the corner again, so I'll go 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And they'd say, well, that's 24 cubes. The only problem with that is that if you're thinking like that, you're basically ignoring the fact that there should be cubes on the back side here. So I've hollowed this out just to kind of depict that this is not what these are showing here. These figures in the background of this drawing are meant to be that they're solid. So just in the same way that if I took this model here and you could see all these cubes inside of it and flip it any way you wanted, and it's solid and it's got units all the way through it and you can see them inside of there, it would be a bunch of cubic units. Well, that's how they're supposed to imagine this, and that's how they're supposed to imagine this. Now, one of the key ideas that we've practiced in class is to take a vertex, and we've been using the one on the top left like this, and just mark this vertex with a colored pencil. And from this corner right here, make your first step in finding volume with any sort of shape on the rest of this worksheet even, of identifying 3 directions off of that vertex. So I'm just going down and over and back so that I'm helping myself see that this has 3 dimensions that I'm going to multiply. And the easiest way, of course, is just to multiply those 3. And so you could label them. Excuse me, I thought I had a pencil here. You could label them. This is 2 units, and this is 2 units going this way, and it's 2 units going this way. So you could put along the bottom. And 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 across this way, and 2, and 2, and 5, and 3, and 3, and 3. No, excuse me, that's 4 up on top. That's a real easy mistake to make, by the way, to miscount those. And 3, and 2, and 5, like that. And by doing this in the very beginning, students are recognizing how you find the dimensions of one of these rectangular prisms. But we also talked about how this, of course, isn't the only way you could do it. You could start at this corner over here and come down, and then go this way and go this way, and you have the same dimensional edges. Excuse me. You have 2 and 2 and 3. You could go here and go 5 and 5 and 2, and you'd still have the 2 5s and the 2. Or you could go 2 and 2 and 5, and it would be just like having gone 2, 2, and 5. So there, you can count around these any way you wish, but you want to make sure that you're not counting the sides twice or counting them all the times, that you're just finding a height and a length and width of one of the bases. Of course, the base could be a top base, or it could be imagined that it's sitting on the bottom. It doesn't really matter. These dimensions are sort of interchangeable. Well, then they are interchangeable. So on this particular worksheet then, you're just identifying, after you've labeled all of these figures up like this, you're identifying which of these dimensions here match one of these, and you're finding the volume. Of course, one of them does not match, it says, so I want students to be a little bit thoughtful and careful about working through these. But the most important thing that I've taught here is how to label this vertex and color the 2 sides to find all of the side lengths and the volume of these figures. As we move into the bottom down here, you're going to see how I use this coloring method to help students figure out these little bit more complicated volumes down here. That's in the second video, which is going to be part 2.